everyone! Welcome back to our vlog where we explore our group's insights into our activities as pre-service teachers and how these activities equip us with the skills and knowledge that we will need in becoming competent professional teachers. During our 2FS observations, we observed Dr. Lorely Benitez's grade 10 section Lapis Lazuli class where she, as an English subject teacher, taught them the 3 types of claims and also conducted multiple assessments. Our group determined that Ma'am Benitez employed all the 3 forms of assessment: assessment for learning, assessment as learning, and assessment of learning.
In the assessment for learning, we observed that throughout her discussion, Ma'am Lorely asked the learners numerous questions about their lesson, which was a great form of a formative assessment. She would ask questions where all the learners would answer all together, and she would also ask specific questions that required a learner to recite the answer to. She would also ask the learners whether they were following the discussion, which was a great way to ensure that all the learners were keeping up or were comprehending the lesson.
For the assessment as learning, section Lapis Lazuli would also ask questions to Ma'am Benitez whenever they wanted to have clarity about something. Another way of conducting this form of assessment shown in Ma'am Benitez's class was when the learners were through with their 3-part quizzes. She asked one of her students to lead the checking of their answers. With that kind of action, her students were the ones assessing their own answers, conducting peer and self-assessment, and she would then confirm whether their answers were correct and would rationalize the correct answer.
As for the assessment of learning, Ma'am Benitez conducted the group activity after the discussion to check her learners' understanding. She also conducted a 3-part quiz the week after about 3 stories that they also discussed.
Now, when it came to Ma'am Benitez's intended learning outcomes, before starting her discussion on the 3 types of claim, she first established 3 enabling objectives that she clearly expressed to the class as her expectations of what they were going to throughout the discussion.
Her first objective was to identify what is claimed and its different types. In order to fulfill this objective, she went through the traditional route. She asked the learners questions during the discussion in order for them to achieve this objective, and this was a traditional practice.
The second objective, which was to promote respectful interactive discussions during group collaboration, she went through the non-traditional way. She conducted a graded activity after the discussion to assess their comprehension, and in that activity, she grouped them, which helped and achieved this goal.
Lastly, for her third objective, which was to formulate a statement for each type of claim, she went both ways. She asked the learners to create the claim based on a statement shown on her multimodal slides, and this was a traditional approach. While for the non-traditional, during the group activity, she would make her students convert the statements into another type of claim. For example, when the statement was a claim of fact, how would they convert it into a claim of value?
Now, for our takeaways, we learned that employing all 3 forms of assessment in one discussion is not that difficult. We just have to structure or outline the flow of the discussion in a way that would cater to all of these 3 assessments. Proper organization and management of the discussion will make it easier for the teacher to effectively inculcate the skills and knowledge to the students. We also realize how these 3 assessments would not work without the other. And as such, we must ensure that both the teacher and the learners are in tune with the discussion in order to foster a meaningful and fun learning experience.